In today's video, we're taking a look at how to replace or install a light switch, easy and simple. This is so easy, anyone could do. Everything that we use on the video, we're gonna leave a link on the description. Always remember to contact a professional for your electrical needs. So you woke up today with the desire to take that DIY list and hit it in the gut to show it why they call you the king, queen, both, or none of your castle. Don't worry, here at the StatUpBox team, we've got your back. So the first thing that you want to do is locate your house. Now that you looked everywhere and you said to yourself, yes, this is where I live, now the second most important thing that you need to do is locate the light switch that you're going to replace or install. Now the third thing that you need to know and do is locate the breaker for that particular light switch, or for extra precaution you could turn them all off or turn off the main switch. We're still marbled on how this dropped to the third one on the list, but we're glad it did make it. Now we're ready to start the process, and because you can never have too much safety, we want to take our non-contact voltage detector and verify that we don't have electricity in our workplace, because the last thing you want on a clear sunny day or any kind of day is to die. Now that we're confident that all the electricity that's going on, it's outside of your home, we're ready to start removing the faceplate. In our case, is a flathead screw. In your case, it could be a Phillips screw. We want to go ahead and remove the two screws that hold the faceplate in place, and we can use the ancient technique of lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, and a pro tip, using a knife, a blade, a putty knife, a box cutter, and scoring all around the faceplate may make the difference from this becoming a light switch replacement to a paint job. We go ahead and remove the faceplate, and because we value life more than anything in the world, we triple confirm that there's no electricity in our workplace, because the last thing you want is to fix this for somebody else. Now, depending if your painter, aka you, painted over the outlet, we can go ahead and start unscrewing the two screws that hold the old light switch in place. And if you do have paint on the screws, you can use a putty knife or a box cutter or a knife or any sharp object that you have to remove the paint from the screws, even your screwdriver. We follow the rules of the waters, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Another pro tip, saving all the parts and screws is the way to go, because you know, in the mysterious world of DIY, screws going missing is a daily occurrence. You have more chances of finding the sock on your laundry than a screw that went missing. And we still have a reward out for our last DIY job, so if you find them, please call the tip line. We go ahead and remove the light switch from the wall softly and gently, like you're taking it out on a romantic dinner, because the last thing you want is to remove paint from that wall. As you can see, our ground wire was connected to the screw that holds the switch in place. In your case, it might be connected to the green screw. This particular switch has two wires, one to the left and one to the right. We're going to start loosening the screws so we can remove the wires. If you notice you need to remove the whole screw to be able to remove the wire, you can as well. Just remember to save the screw. We go ahead and do the same thing for the other side, or for the other wire. If in your case you have to do this to the ground wire as well, then you want to go ahead and remove that one as well. Now that you become a master in wire removal and you don't know which one is the positive, an easy way to find out is turning back the breaker on, remembering to let everybody know that you have a live wire loose, telling yourself not to touch it as well, and using your non-contact voltage detector, we can go over the wires to see which one has electricity. In our case, is the white wire. Now that we survived that haunting, we go back to the breaker and turn it back off. But before we start working again, we verify that there's no electricity on the wires, because the last thing you want is to have to look up because you heard a mysterious voice saying, "Finish him." A pro tip, you can place a piece of tape on the live wire, or you can remember this in your mind and then hopefully not forget a few minutes later on. And here we have the new switch. In this particular switch, we have the 2 wire connections on one side and then the ground on the other side on the bottom, which is the green screw. Now, what we're basically doing is reverse engineering. We're gonna start with our ground screw and work our way up. This is the time where you take a look at your switch and make a decision how you want it to turn on. Because remember, what the switch does is once you press the button up or down, it sends electricity from that one wire to the other wire. So in our case, we want it that when you press the button down, it turns on the light. That's why we're gonna place the live wire at the top. If you want it the other way, then you wanna go ahead and do that way. You can always verify with the instruction manual to confirm your particular layout. Once we tighten the wires, we wanna give it a little snug and verify that they're tightly put in place. Now that we confirm that everything is tight, we can go ahead and place it back on the electrical box. And now using the ping pong method, we're gonna put the screws starting in one place, screwing them 40% in, then we move on to the next one 40% in, and using the same ping pong technique until we finish the screw. Not only this ensures that the switch goes on straight, but it provides an even pump on your arms. And if you're feeling on the wild side, you can do a test run by turning on the breaker to see if the switch is working. Always remembering just to touch the switch itself. And this is also a good time to verify that you put the wires correctly and it's turning on to the position that you want it to. If you notice is not, then you might need to reverse the wires. We go ahead and turn off the breakers once again, and we're ready now to place the faceplate. Now you can start patting yourself on the back for a job well done. You just leveled up on the DIY game and became Master Legend Dynasty. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either someone in the StatUpBox team or someone in the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.